Hey guys, Michael Elliott here, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can convert inbound emails into Slack summaries using AI in order to improve efficiency. This personal flow saved me 8 to 10 hours a week. I no longer have to go and check every inbox. I get the email summary that gets dropped into a Slack channel that allows me to prioritize my day and ensure that nothing urgent gets missed, and that anything that can wait and can the response later or is generic that I can take care of in my own time. But there are many use cases for businesses where I've implemented this, including sales reports, marketing managers updates on a weekly basis where directors want to see a summary, not just the full document, so that they can basically gauge if there are any issues or not before going through their next processes. You can add this as part of other flows. That is a key thing. You know, when you're talking about this, you can also extend this further. So then you could have a read Slack channel and then another action. But today we're going to stick strictly to integration of this. It is a really simple flow involving Mailhooks, and that allows the instant trigger to fire. So stick with me, and I'm about to go through it live. The first thing that you want to do is you want to create a scenario, you want to come into an empty scenario, and you want to search for Mailhooks. Now, these custom mail hooks are used to connect your inbox. In this case, I'm using Gmail. It's to forward emails to the mail hook that we've produced. Just as a disclaimer, something that some of you might not know, stick with me if you do. A mail hook is just strictly used for emails and inboxes. A web hook is completely different. It pulls from a URL. If a database is updated, you can update a row in Google Sheets or anything like that. That's not what a mail hook is, and mail hooks are what we are using here today. So make sure you don't get caught out by that. Now, I'm going to call this complete email to Slack summary. Okay, hit save. Once you hit save, you see the email address here that comes through. So we need to copy this, and we need to save the module, and then we need to go to here, and inside of your inbox, whatever email it is that you're looking to forward emails from, so it might be a sales at, it might be your personal email, whatever it is, you go up to settings. The important thing is that you do it from the right inbox. You go to settings, go to all settings, and go to forwarding and pop/IMAP. Now, this you will not see right now, but you will in a moment. You will not see this right now. What you will see is add a forwarding address. So you hit add a forwarding address, and you paste in the mail hook that we've just got. So once you hit next here, it's going to make you it's going to make me do two-factor, but it should be fine because I think it'll be fingerprint. Yeah. Every time you do this, I feel like I've been arrested. So you're in a position where that goes through, the verification goes through. You can hit proceed, and this will allow it to forward email to this email address. Add a forwarded email address. But the key here is that it says a confirmation link has been sent to this email. Well, obviously, the problem with that is that, well, actually, we haven't got a. Let me just remove this because that's not the right one. Let me just look at this, and how am I going to click this verification email, because there's no inbox. I don't have a login. I just literally have a mail hook. Well, that's where you head back to Slack, and you head back to make.com, and you click Command S to save, and you run this module only. Then you just head back quickly to the Gmail inbox and click resend email. A confirmation email has been sent to the inbox now, and that in a moment will fire, and it will give us the output that is necessary in order for us to make that confirmation. It's extremely important because without that, it's impossible to do it. Let me just hit resend again. Where are we? Resend. Just to make sure. There you go. That can be a little bit buggy sometimes, by the way. So just if you do get caught out by that like that, don't sweat it. It's something that naturally happens. And you'll see the little bubble. You click into the bubble. This is the output. The output inside of the text, you will see has, in order to allow this email, so this will be your email, to forward emails, you have to verify it here. So you take this, you copy it, you paste it, and you hit confirm. And once you've confirmed that email address, you're now in a position where when you go into the inbox of when you go into the to the inbox here and refresh, you will see exactly what I saw, which is this. But your settings will currently be on disabled. So go back into make.com, copy the webhook again. Once you've got that webhook, forward a copy of incoming email to, and yours will look like this. That's exactly what your screen will look like. Click forward a copy of incoming mail to, paste in the webhook that we've just used, and then hit save changes. Okay? Once you do this, you'll notice this horrible red bar was here all the time because I had a mail hook set up before, and this is now the mail hook which is inside of the make.com scenario. So we know that it's now connected. We've authorized it and we've confirmed that the email can be used. So the emails can be forwarded. Now, what we need to do next is build the flow. But what we probably can do, and what I will do here, is I'm just going to send a test email. I'm just going to send a test email that says, "Did you receive this? Did you receive this email?" And I'm going to send it. Let me make sure I hit save again. I'm going to come out of the editing mode and I'm going to hit send. And what will happen is the forwarded email that has just come through here will now be received by this custom mail hook eventually. It can take a few seconds. There you go. So now we know that any emails that come into that inbox are being received. If we go, if we go into the to the output, you can see, did you receive this email from me? Okay. So we know now that it's capturing all of the emails. We've set up the mail hook. There is no issues moving forward. We have all of the inbound emails. All we need to do is now decide what we're going to do with that information. Okay. So we click add another module, hit OpenAI, and hit create a completion prompt. You can use Claude for this. I just use ChatGPT / OpenAI. The model that I'm going to use is, I'll just go with ChatGPT 4.1. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I use a sort of explanation for this. But if any of you have seen the film Big Hero 6 and Baymax the robot, my daughters love it. I end up watching it about 4 times a week. Effectively, this developer and system prompt is just, if a robot's woken up, you need to tell it what it is and what it's got to do. The chip that they put into Baymax, that's what this is. So we need to tell this system what we want it to do. And what we want it to do is, you're an intelligent writing assistant that summarizes inbound emails and passes it to a Slack module. Please format correctly for Slack output. Please format correctly for Slack output. Strictly format for Slack output. Less is more when you're prompt engineering. If you've seen me talk about the one fewer many approach, you will know exactly what I mean. The one fewer many is that one prompt is significantly better than no prompts. When we get to the user case in a moment, few is the sweet spot. 3, 4, 5 is perfect, and you will get so close to a maximum output if you use many prompts. A lot of people really struggle with engineering, prompt engineering, because they overemphasize on what they actually need to do when they could finesse it. When it comes to AI, less is more. So let me just go through this. So strictly format for Slack output. And then we'll add another message, and this is a user prompt. This is the prompt I was just referencing a moment ago. And we'll put the text inside of it, okay? So we will now save that. That AI module now has a development system. It's not perfectly written. You can tweak it and make sure that it provides specific whatever you want it to do, but this will give us a reasonable output initially. And then we're going to connect it to Slack. So we're going to go to Slack. So we open a Slack, the next module, we add a module, we go to Slack, and we hit create a message. Now, the create a message, I always enter the Slack channels manually. I've got a thing about this, and the text, even though it hasn't yet been ran, we could. We could just quickly put something in there, but there's no real need. The text will come from the result, obviously, of the ChatGPT module. It will ensure that we're in a position where the result that is outputted from the prompts we've just given it is what is put in here. Okay, so that's all well and good, but that's just going to pop in a summary of an email that you've received. What you want to do is correctly format this. Summary. Before summary, you want subject. We don't need the date because the date appears in Slack, so you'll easily be able to just cover that. Subject, sender name, and I don't know. Sender email, maybe. Let's just say that that's what you wanted to see. So effectively here, what you're doing is you're hard coding the titles in, and then the content from the variables will be underneath, and you can see where it's pulling them from. You can't see this because it's not yet ran, and the module is behind the screen. But that is the way that the message will appear in Slack. Okay, so if we hit, good job, I just realised to save that. So if we hit save on that, right, our prompt is now built and complete. So let's save it, and let's go to the test one Slack channel. Now, what we need to do here is, this is just the Slack channel that I've created. Now, I will peek it out at the end so I can just grab it quickly in a moment. But this is a web. We're now pulling emails in 5 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever. We've built a flow that uses custom mail hooks to pull from email inboxes that gives you AI the ability to be able to summarize it, and then it goes through into creating a Slack message. So I am now going to come back out of here, and I am going to send this a lengthier email that it can summarize. And we'll see this at work. So you can see that it received the email. It's now creating the output in terms of the prompt, and the Slack message has been sent. If we now come into Slack, you will see that the subject is a quick email update, sender Michael Elliott, sender email, summary. the summary. David is proposing a 20 to 30-minute call next week to discuss next steps, key priorities, and identify any quick wins for the project. He asked Michael to suggest a suitable morning time. Action: suggest a suitable morning slot for next week. Inform David if any reports or metrics should be set ahead of the call, and raise any questions about process, timelines, or platforms. I told ChatGPT to format it for Slack. It didn't. It wrote it incorrectly. You could fix that with literally a basic prompt. But the fact of this, the point of this video was for us to be able to create a Slack prompt that allowed us to be able to manage incoming emails and give an output into a Slack channel, which will allow you to do that. So we've accomplished that. My name's Michael. Thanks for watching. If you want to book a call with me and discuss automations for your business, you can do so in the description below.